Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're covering the 1.23 update in Modern Warfare that is going live by the time that you see this video. This is a Season 4 Reloaded, as they call it, update, and it's pretty big. We're looking at a 22 to a 32 gigabyte update depending on what platform you're on, and then an additional 3.5 data pack update that will come right after. So as always, a pretty big update, but this is bringing a lot more than our usual update, such as 200 player quads in Warzone. We're getting a new operator, a new sniper, new modes, and so much more. I'll have a ton of timestamps down in the description, so make sure to check those out to go ahead and head to the point that you want to go to. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the playlist update. I'm going to be reading right off my screen because there is a ton here. First, of course, like I mentioned, the 200 player Warzone. This is going to be a quads, again, 200 players. I believe this is going to be a limited time mode, so make sure to try it out while you still can. A supply run contracts. Upon activation, you and your squad, if applicable, will be directed to a nearby buy station. Reach it within the time limit to get a discount on buy station purchases. Then we had spotter scope. Think of this as a high-powered scope without the glint. This reusable scope allows you to scan the environment around you and mark enemies without being detected. Perfect for scouting ahead. The spotter scope is a great tool for operators who want to plan their next move while keeping a low profile. For Modern Warfare, we have Ground War, Blueprint Gunfight, Team Defender, Cheshire Park 24/7. I believe that's the new map coming. I definitely did not pronounce that right. We have Shoot the Ship 24/7, which is coming back. Super happy about that one. Gunfight Tournaments. Realism Mosh Pit is now in the quick play filter. Modified Special Operations. Strongbox Regular and Strongbox Veteran. And now moving on to Warzone, there are new Gulag weapons. I don't know if this is in replace of the weapons that were there or not. It doesn't mention it. There are semi-automatic rifles, snipers, along with one just fists and a throwing knife loadout. Once again, BR squads, 200 players, BR trios, BR duos, BR solos, and plunder blood money. Now we also have a ton of general fixes. There's a fix for an issue where players could modify weapons with attachments from other weapons while using a mouse. They fixed the wording in the daily challenge, deploy the manual turret kill streak 5 times to say shield turret. Multiplayer and Warzone win-losses now track as intended per mode. At least they say that. I guess we'll see when we get the update. There's improved stability for PC players. Fix for Kruger's eyes coming out of his character model while performing the blast off execution. There's a fix for some completionist camos not applying to the Witching Hour, which is the AX50 variant. So they fixed some of those camos. Fix for an exploit on farmland while playing Reinfected Ground War. Fix a bug where the Milsim CTSFO view model gloves didn't match the in-game world model. There's a fix for a section of hard hat that had invisible collision. Fix for a bug where demolition matches would not end as intended in overtime. They added the Cali sticks to modes like all or nothing, gun game, infected, and gunfight. Long shots now display the distance in the point feed. Super cool. Fix a bug where the Juggernaut HUD elements would remain on the screen if the player was crushed by a crate. Fixed an issue where the player could get stuck in place when throwing a grenade and trying to use a shield turret at the same time. If a player throws a Molotov at a severely damaged deployable cover, the deployable cover will break and the Molotov fire will disappear. The damage for the fire remains present for the duration of 20 seconds. That has now been fixed. Recon drones can now be destroyed with throwing knives. That's good. Hipfire reticles are now visible in spectate and in the kill cam. This will make it easier to tell if a player is using stopping power rounds or slug rounds. That is it for general fixes. It looks like now we're moving on to Warzone. Quite a few changes or fixes here. Looks like fixes. There's a fix for an exploit in Boneyard where players could climb into the destroyed portion of a plane. Gas mask now cracks when you're taking damage near or in the circle. Team wipe message now appears in the kill feed for your whole squad to see. Fix for an issue where players could spawn under the map after winning their gulag match. There's a fix for a bug where players using Charlie's tactical human skin or Mara's Valkyrie skin would notice their character models missing from the exfil and the helicopter. The audio for the supply choppers is too loud, preventing players from hearing most other sounds and communicating with their squads. This has now been adjusted, which I'm super happy about because it is extremely loud. During the supply chopper event, the supply choppers may spawn from under the map, killing players positioned on top of these locations as they rise through the map. This has been fixed. I'm glad that never happened to me, but that's really weird. There is a fix for the final circle being too close over areas that players cannot access, such as the middle of the stadium. The after action report now shows cash earned and placement. Fix for a rare bug where a player spawned out of bounds after dying out of bounds. There's a fix for a minor issue where the radio operator dialogue and subtitles for called in kill streaks could incorrectly play the wrong faction. Last but not least, they now allow up to 3 precision airstrikes to be called in at once, but within a distance restriction. That looks like that's it for Warzone and the general fixes. Now we're moving on to an insane amount of weapon changes, which is going to include buffs to the snipers. I know everybody has been wanting that. Well, snipers have been wanting that. It looks like we're getting a change in the meta, which is pretty good. To start off, the M4 will perform an AR magazine reload when attempting to reload the underbarrel launcher while you have the 50 round mag attachment equipped. That has now been fixed. Stopping power is now applied to headshots. Only certain weapons can go from a 2-shot to a 1-shot headshot, like the FAL and the Odin. This fixes a few cases where headshots could sometimes do less damage than body shots when using stopping power. Now for the following weapons, start ammo and max ammo adjustments. There's increased max ammo for the M4.458 SOCOM rounds. That might be a little weird. I guess that's not per magazine, that's just in total, but hopefully that doesn't make it too overpowered. Increase max ammo in start ammo for the CR58 AMAX, M67 rounds, SKS 10 round mags, Striker 45 hollow point rounds, Scar default mags, Odin default mags, increased start ammo for the Scar 25 round mags and the Odin 25 round mags. The AX50 now has increased damage range. It looks like we're getting into the sniper changes. It looks like every sniper has been changed as well. The HDR now is a guaranteed one hit to lower torso at any range. The CAR 98K has increased ADS speed, small decrease to hit spread, and increased damage range. For the MK2 carbine, there's faster movement speed and increased damage range. I already thought the MK2 was pretty overpowered. I'm surprised they buffed it. For the Dragunov, they increased ADS speed, 2-hit kill minimum. The gun recoil now returns to the center more, and they have a faster rate of fire for the Dragunov. Now for the FAL, or the FAL, they added a close range damage shelf with 1-hit headshot potential, which might make that really overpowered too. The FAL isn't really that good in my opinion, but we'll see how that changes now. For the AK-47, they increased the ADS speed. That might end up being one of the new meta guns. It was already really overpowered. For the CR56 AMAX, they decreased the damage range. The MP5, this is one of the huge changes along with the GRAU that we're going to cover in just a moment. For the MP5, they decreased the damage range, decreased the 10mm damage range, reduced long range damage to 10mm ammo, and a slight recoil increase to the 10mm ammo. That might mean that we're going to be using the MP7 a lot more, I would assume. Now for the GRAU 556, there is a damage range reduction, slight increase to high frequency recoil, reduced recoil compensation, and decreased range of the Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel and FSS 20.8-inch Nexus barrels. For shotgun slugs, increased projectile velocity, reduced ADS spread, added dynamic hit spread, increased damage ranges, and increased lower torso damage. I really wish that they would not buff the shotguns anymore. They drive me insane. And for the no stock attachments, I would assume this means for all weapons, they increase damage recoil and decrease ADS aiming steadiness. Now for special operations, we're getting towards the end of these updates. They improved the effectiveness of the decoy grenade against most types of enemy soldiers. And then for Operation Harbinger, they fixed an issue where some of the white trucks would appear without any enemies inside of them. Last but not least, we have the Special Operations Survival. At the weapons store, the weapons with purchased gunsmith attachments are now displayed clearly. The buy phase timer now pulses red when about to run out to help remind players of the upcoming wave. They fixed an issue where the text chat was overlapping some buy phase store elements. Fixed an issue where players could purchase weapons from the store as they are being downed. Fixed issue where if players voted to retry after falling beyond wave 55, after failing beyond wave 55, they would start each buy phase with reduced time. Last but not least, they fixed a rare issue where players could use munitions and kill streaks while downed. Now, that is a lot. As always, it seems like we always get a ton of updates every single week or every other week, however they're coming out. And this might be one of our biggest ones yet. Overall, let me know what you guys think of all these changes. Are you excited? I think I might be. I don't really know. I guess we'll see. I know a lot more people are going to be using snipers now. We're going to be dying a lot more. I know snipers are very happy for that, which, I mean, they're a huge part of the community, so I guess we can't really complain. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. Sorry for my break. I am just getting over COVID, and I'm going to start trying to upload more over this next week or so. I have a few uploads planned, and hopefully we can get back on schedule. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.